Hi, welcome to the YouTube channel. This is Ninth Priest, and we'll be having an analysis for the dollar index, um, gold, EURUSD, and GBPUSD. So, if this is your first time watching this video, kindly subscribe and turn on the notification channel so that you won't miss any video I post weekly on the market outlook. All right. So, I'm planning on making a YouTube video on how to take trades on the market, like tutorial or something. So kindly let me know if you're interested in it in the comment section. All right. So we are starting with the dollar index. So on the dollar index, we're having on the weekly time frame. As you can see, we are marking fractal structure on the weekly time frame. Okay. So we broke structure here, fractal structure. Okay. We had another break here. So the recent structure break for the fractal. Okay, so we are bullish on the weekly time frame. So let's go on the daily time frame. So on the daily time frame, the structure is we are bullish on the swing structure. Okay, on the daily time frame. Okay, so there is the change of character. Okay, and the fractal structure too. We broke structure here. Okay, on the daily time frame. So we are showing bullish and the fractal structure too. We are bullish on the daily time frame. So let's drop down to the 4-hour time frame and see what price is giving us. So on the 4-hour time frame, as you can see on the 4-hour time frame, we are having break of structure to the upside. So this was our break of structure to the downside. We change character here, and then we have another break of structure to the upside here. Okay, so we have this low and then the fractal structure too. So the fractal structure, we are bullish on the fractal and the market structure on the 4-hour time frame. So we drop down to the 1-hour time frame. We had this inducement here. Okay, this is our inducement. So I'll be expecting price to sweep below this inducement and give us a confirmation to take the market upside. Okay, so on the two-hour time frame too, we have this order block here. All right, so I'll be looking for price to retrace into this order block, give me a confirmation to buy, then I buy. All right, so I'll be looking for buys next week on the dollar index, which will provide a sell on the Euro USD and GBP USD. So in case we break or this other block fails and we break below, I'll be taking trade on the immediate supply zone to tackle this other block. Then I'll look for a confirmation to buy. All right, provided only if this zone fails. Okay, so if we drop below here, then I'll sell to this, then I'll look for confirmation to buy. Okay, that's my narrative for the dollar index. All right. So as you can see on the 4-hour time frame, we had this as an inducement on the 4-hour time frame. Okay. So to sell the dollar index to this zone, okay, I'll first look for the 4-hour fractal zone to fill, then this small demand zone to also fill. Then I'll look for a sell into this zone, then I'll buy outside from the zone. Okay, so we are having four order block here. So if this zone fails, I'll be looking for another buy from this zone. So if both of the zone fails, then I'll be looking for a sell to this zone, then I'll buy, because we're having this as a liquidity here. Okay, so let's go down to the EURUSD. So on EURUSD, on the daily time frame, we're having a break of structure here. The daily time frame, you have a change of character here. Okay, and we have another break of structure here to the upside. All right, and you have this for demand zone here. I am daily demand here. So in a fractal structure, we broke the recent break. It's here on the daily time frame. So on the 4-hour time frame, the fractal on the daily time frame is the structure on the 4-hour time frame. Okay. So the swing structure on the 4-hour time frame, the recent one is this zone, as you can see. And also we are having this as our sell side liquidity. Okay. Yeah, sell side liquidity. Okay. So on the 4-hour time frame, we have a break of structure to the downside on the 4-hour time frame, and we have a fractal break to here. All right. So this is the inducement on the 4-hour time frame. This is the major inducement. Okay. So I'll be looking for a sell either on this supply zone or a deeper zone, somewhere like this. All right. That's where I'll be looking for a sell. So on the 1-hour time frame, this is still an inducement on the 1-hour time frame. Okay. So we don't have any major inducement here or the minor inducement. Okay. So this is a major inducement on the 1-hour time frame. And we're having this zone here. Okay. And another small zone here. All right. On the 1-hour time frame. So this is a liquidity, but it is not an inducement. All right. So what I'll be looking for is price to sweep. Price has already swept the liquidity, mitigate this order block, and then I'll be looking for a confirmation to sell. So in case I'm able to get the confirmation to sell, my stop loss will be somewhere above here, and my take profit will be here. All right. Better still, for a safer side, you can extend it to this side and target a 2 to 4 risk to reward. All right. So that's my narrative for EURUSD for the upcoming week. So I'll be looking for sales on all these zones here. Okay. That's where I'll be looking for sales. And when we reach this order block, that's where I'll be looking for a confirmation to buy to target this liquidity here. Okay. So let's go to GBPUSD. So on GBPUSD on the daily time frame, we broke structure to the downside. So after breaking structure to the downside, you can see we mitigated this order block. So I took a trade on this one. After mitigation, I went down to the 4-hour time frame for an internal change of character or a fractal change of character here. Okay. So after getting that fractal change of character and getting this demand supply zone, I placed an entry here with my stop loss above, because this was a news driven. I remember very clearly. It was a news driven, okay, and I targeted this. That was my trade for a 1:5 risk to reward. So let's focus on the coming week. So on the daily time frame, we had this recent fractal break, another fractal break here. Okay. So on the 4-hour time frame too, there's a break of structure on the 4-hour time frame. And as you can see, we're having liquidity here in the form of like trend line liquidity. And we have this other block here. Okay. As you can see, we mitigated this supply zone. It's just a reaction point. Okay. So we mitigated that supply zone. We had a break of structure here. Okay. And we're having this two here. So I wouldn't be um I wouldn't be so happy to sell from this zone because of that trend line liquidity. So what I'll be looking for is a buy to this zone to tackle this liquidity, this zone, then I'll sell. Okay. So on the 1-hour time frame, I'll be looking for a buy on this zone. Okay. My stop loss below to tackle this liquidity. That's my narrative for the trade. All right. So in case we tackle this order block, because we had a major inducement sweep here. So this is a major inducement. So some people would take this as a change of character, but it's not a change of character. Okay. So they will buy and they'll keep buying, but when the price reaches one of the main points here, price can react and then sell again. All right. So that's not a good change of character. So I'll be looking for a reaction on this zone to sell to here, then I'll buy to this zone, then I'll sell again. So that's my narrative for EURUSD, GBPUSD, and then the dollar index. So let's go to XAUUSD. So on gold, I caught a nice trade here on gold on the 1 hour time frame. As you can see, um, we had a sweep of this inducement here. Okay, and then we swept the high too, and then we changed character on the lower time frame with a demand fill here. So I took a trade on this other block with my stop loss above here, and my take profit was on this because I wanted to buy on the 45 minutes block here. Yeah, this was the block. Yeah, that was where I took the buys. So my trade was something like this. But I closed the trade early on 2.2 ratio. It was 2.1 or 2.01 here because of the weekend. All right, so I closed early because of the weekend. So on gold, as you can see, we are extremely bullish. Okay, we are extremely bullish on gold. So this is the recent fractal break here. Okay, so as you can see, we went down to the 1 hour time frame. The recent fractal break. This will be your order block to buy from. Okay, so if this order block fills in the near future, and then gold intends to dump, we will take a sell to one of these positions. We will take a sell here, and if this fails, then we are officially bearish. Okay, so we are still bullish. If this fail, if this block fails, we will sell on the pullback to a demand zone here. Then we will buy again. Okay, so that's my narrative on the dollar index, GBP USD, Euro USD, and then gold. So kindly subscribe to this YouTube channel and turn on the notification bell. See you next week.